I believe this public service announcement is long overdue. You can be fearful and pro-vax and still be sick of the virus and the segregation of family and friends and black people espoused by various governing bodies and society as a prophylactic against something that will always be with us, like the seasonal flu. Yes, some people are obsessed with taking every precaution possible, wrapping their children up from head to toe with saran wrap as they drop them off at school before following a suspected maskless domestic terrorist and mother of three Carol to the local grocery store as she's inside shopping, keying, "Wear a mask, bitch!" into the side of her Subaru Outback, while Carol is inside trying to get her daughter's Flexerol prescription for her cerebral palsy, but the pharmacy is saying her benefits have been cut because her hours have been cut, which has reduced her health care coverage. You drive back home, pop a Vicodin, take a sip of Chardonnay, Sato-shaped Michelle perhaps, as you wait for your next shift to start at 3 p.m. That's when your daughter's off from school. And you think to yourself, who am I? Did Carol deserve that? She did, right? She's being selfish. I'm a good person. It's where we are now. It's where we are. I just, it's where we are. It's brutal, but it's where we are. It's just, you can be safe and think everything's crazy and ridiculous. It's okay to think both things. It's okay to think, I don't want to wear a mask. I don't want to get a booster shot, but maybe I should. Another COVID-related news from the Daily Mail in Australia. Distress moment for a little daughter, and this shows you how crazy it's getting. A father is handcuffed in the park in a jogging outfit. This is important, as I explain later, with his daughter in his lap by the police for not wearing a mask in the park in his jogging outfit. This is important. The father was issued a fine and later released. Under New South Wales statewide lockdown, residents are allowed to leave the home for essential reasons: authorized work, exercise, healthcare, to buy vital goods, or to be vaccinated. It's funny, actually, in the stores in certain areas, certain states of Australia, New South Wales, Victoria, and others, you have sections of the grocery store that are blocked off, like the makeup area. Oh, that's not essential. As if it makes any fucking difference once you're at the store in public what you choose to buy. It's fucking insane. Face masks are mandatory in all public areas except for outdoors, unless you're exercising, which begs the question, how do you prove someone walking isn't exercising? Because they're with their daughter? Have you ever seen like a yoga class, father and son? Will Tennyson, watch his channel on YouTube. He's going to Orange Theory with his mom all the fucking time. Who would think that that's the thing? Except they're wearing outfits to jog, to sweat. That's what they're doing. And in this case, it's an infant and the father, but they're both wearing joggers. It's weird. Why? If you're a police officer, this is the problem with policing that I think the left has, the honest left have a legitimate reason. Some people, I noticed this with myself, love the power of just authority. They don't have real authority in their life. They have no real power. They don't make a lot of money. They have no position. I think when they talk about all those rape movies or situations where it was set the lawyer that's always defending the guy that's accused wrongly, or vice versa, where it's like the lawyer doesn't realize that his defendant actually is guilty and he's disgusting. It's like rape is about power. When I walk across the street and I see a guy or neighbor in my neighborhood, whatever, and I see him like a guy who's like 5'5", 5'7", whatever, someone everyday Joe in LA, and they start rearing their dog, like say, sit, hey, and they weren't doing any of that shit until I walked by. You want to know why? It's their way of trying to achieve a dominance hierarchy amongst the direct commonality of their potential threats or, constituents, i.e. 6'6", 225 pounds of sheer raw, whatever you want to call it. Hot sex? I don't know. Whatever. They have to do something because they feel emasculated. So what do? An animal that's subservient or dependent upon them. They try to show their power to me. And this sounds like ridiculous. I believe it's inherently like an insecurity complex. And I've heard of this in the penal system with guards. You saw this in every movie, shape, or form, but also in real life anecdote stories of people that have been gone to prison, stuff like that. They've shown how these guards get these positions and are abusive for the sake thereof. Stanford prison experiments, we've seen the same thing. We've seen this with police officers in general. Boys in the Hood, was it Boys in the Hood where the black police officers are racist towards black youth? Weird. It shows like a systemic sense of power. And this is where I think racism separates it, where it's like, I have the ability to control you because I'm in a position of authority and you're not. In this circumstance, the guy walking his dog isn't with me, but he is with his dog, and he wants to let me know that he has some power. It's really pathetic. It's super pathetic. But if you're a police officer in Australia, and just a few months ago or 2 years ago, you never would think to accost some guy that's walking with his daughter in the park for no reason with no probable cause. And then arbitrarily someone says, hey, you got to wear a mask now. You got to do it. And 3 years from now, our COVID's still around, and we may not have vaccines for every variant because there's going to be some. You're going to arrest the dude? No, probably not. Can't keep arresting people like this. Masks are not going to be, it's just not going to happen. People are not going to tolerate it. So this is a stitch in time where people are taking advantage. And like maybe it's like a low IQ thing. Maybe it's just I don't want to lose my job. Someone else will do this if I don't. I don't know, man. I think that you as a police officer, if you're watching this, you can take the time to just say, wait, I can use my judgment and not apply the rule blanketly. You had a daughter crying and walking around in circles as her father sat on the ground and handled. Now, I'll tell you what, if it was me, this is just like avoiding a fight with like my fiance or something in public. Like, maybe I could defend myself. Maybe I could do whatever, but I want to de-escalate it no matter what, predominantly because I'm with someone that I'm not sure that I can protect if something happens. But in general, tough guys, be careful. You never know. You never know. Someone has a gun, they have a knife, there's another person with them you don't see. You never know what people are thinking, and it's always best to de-escalate those situations. But in this circumstance with the police, given that I'm going to be arrested anyway, I might enact some civil disobedience. I might go DWA on their ass a little bit. See two cops in the street or in the park. I'm by myself. There's no one around. Of course, the picture was taken. I mean, there was an innocent bystander like, leave them alone. At that point, I might be, fuck it, I can't hit these guys. And I don't think you should hit police officers. I'm just saying maybe I would have like wrestled them and pushed them down and then chased them with my daughter and then go to court and whatever. And pick up my daughter from Child Family Services and be like, the cops tried to arrest me for not wearing a mask, Your Honor. I don't know. Like, I don't like, what do you want? Like, I just like, I thought it was crazy. So I said no. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's just. I would do something. I would refuse. Like you're gonna you were with your daughter who's an infant, and you're gonna let these like cops put handcuffs on you because they're cops. It's crazy. It doesn't make any sense. In a laboratory setting with everyone wearing N95 masks and they can never take them off, maybe masks make sense, but you're outside, and had you been jogging or walking at a quicker pace with your daughter, they would have left you alone. It's absolutely crazy. It's just, they're not applying the rules correctly. It's crazy. It makes me, I'm sorry, I'm like talking discursively, but it's like crazy people. It's like people at the DMV have the power to arrest you now if they feel like it. That's what it is. It's like, well, these are the rules, but you're in public and you're not doing something the way you're supposed to be doing. Well, no, that's not exercising. Sir, no, burpees are exercising. Walking briskly with weights in your hand, that's not exercise. No, we're going to arrest you. I'm going to take your daughter to the Child Family Services. They're going to put her into an orphanage. That's what's going to happen next. Tough shit. I'm going to cite you, And then we're going to probe you and anally swab you to make sure that you don't have COVID. If you do, we're going to burn you alive. Sorry for that. It makes me angry. I don't know. I get angry. I have a close friend who has $1 million education, and he's just like, dude, you're crazy for. I'm trying to get my booster right now. I'm like, dude, ugh. But Biden should make it a felony not to wear a mask. Just do that. Just stop beating around the bush of this bullshit. Label anyone refusing to get vaxxed a domestic terrorist. Child and Family Services will relocate your kids to an orphanage / booster clinical trial sponsored by Pfizer. You know a vaccine is good when after the first, second shot within a month, you need the booster. I think I've had 6 chickenpox boosters in the last 6 months. Oh, wait. No, I haven't. I don't remember the last one I got. Like, that's the point. This is like experimental shit. It's like, well, the booster shot. What's the booster shot? Because what was the second vaccine shot? Well, it's the third vaccine shot. We're calling it the booster. And what does that do exactly? Does it stop me from getting it? No. Does it stop me from spreading it? Not necessarily. Can I still get COVID with it? Yep. Is it injecting a cytotoxin inside of me that potentially could cause side effects? Yes, but the COVID side effects are infinitely worse, potentially. Gotcha. Does it cost anything? No? All right, I'll have one. That's basically it. It's basically what people are doing.